So this video is about why I think there is no free will. Or more accurately, I think that we're free and determined. We're free in the sense that we can move our arm. Nothing's holding our arm down, right? Restricting it. But that doesn't explain why we move our arm. That's the sufficient conditions. You have necessary conditions and sufficient conditions. And so just take the example of you're driving with your friend to his house to go watch the game or a TV show, right? And your friend takes an inconvenient route to the house. And you go, why'd you take that route? And he goes, oh, I just wanted to stop by the store to get some beer or something, right? And then it automatically clicks in your head. It's like you understand already that people always take the most convenient route from their perspective, unless there's some other reason outweighing that inconvenience. And we all understand this. And just the fact that there is a logic to things, where things are being weighed, means that there is no spontaneous or ambiguous behavior. We're just not trying hard enough to look for those reasons. That's why this is important, because people just keep on attacking each other. They don't understand the reasons. So just take, why do we even play eeny, meeny, miny, mo if we always have to if we didn't have to have a reason for why we're choosing something over another? Whether it's silly or not, it's like we need a reason to decide. And then you go into the supermarket and you're going to take the candy bar that's on the top, because that's most convenient, right? It requires the least amount of work. The only reason why you dig is because you think that the candy bars on the bottom are fresher, right? So I've always thought that we're like puppets trying to pull our own strings. But this has implications. If you watch near-death experiences, how that has the idea of heaven and hell in a lot of them, and some of it's pretty horrifying. And you think, well, if there is no spontaneous behavior, then why are you being punished, right? And I've come to the conclusion over several years is that everything is coming in opposites, and there's a design constraint, and there is no free will. And so the conclusion is we're being sacrificed. It's like a design constraint. In the same way that I've talked before, how the fact that we have to eat other animals and create suffering in order to just exist is already a design constraint. I mean, why would God create suffering puppies, right? So that's how you could be kind of like a Christian, but have a completely different interpretation of things, of near-death experiences. And with these near-death experiences, the idea of Jesus being real becomes more real, right? And if you've been paying attention to my podcast, I think that everything comes in these juxtapositions of opposing concepts, like sameness and variation, right? And you can do that kind of breakdown to physical laws or psychological faculties, but you could also do it to near-death experiences. You can ask, you have rising and falling, right, in these near-death experiences. It's well, what's the conceptual composition of rising and falling? I mean, there's a down part and there's a rising part, and there's a falling part, but you're falling from an up part. It's never a pure use of concepts. Same with, you look at someone that's in hell, right? And then they get pulled up. Well, that's closure in this eternal realm, but it's a non-closure. You see, it's going from up to down or down to up. But then that's the opposite of the resurrection. Whereas you're jumping from the eternal realm to the non-eternal realm, and then there's this closure of all the wounds where Jesus is resurrected, right? I wouldn't put weight in those things if I didn't already have an idea about physical laws and psychological laws and things like that. Also having this framework where everything comes in quasi-opposing concepts, and even the order. Like if you have sameness within difference, you're going to have difference within sameness, you're going to have difference without difference, and you're going to have sameness without sameness. They come in sets of 4. I'll do a video on why that is. Also, there's regeneration and like the burning part, right, in hell, where you're being burnt, right, but there's still part of you. That's the non-closure without non-closure part. And the closure without closure is that you're being regenerated and it's perpetual. The without closure part is that it's perpetual. I know this all sounds crazy. It's crazy to someone that has not thought about these ideas in other fields of study for like 20 years. Because this is like the biggest conspiracy theory of all time, right? Jesus' resurrection.